Reaching for the Sky by Shri J. Ravichandar. During the days of yore, flying kites was a favorite pastime. Many children would constantly nag their parents to buy kites from the corner store, which displayed them in spectacular hues. In the 1960s, each little kite cost an unbelievable 3 paisa, while the bigger ones also sold for a song. Tiny tots launched kites from the traffic free streets as scaling sloping monkey top buildings came with perils. Getting a kite into the air required one to conform to the laws of aerodynamics, a fixer to gain lift from the wind, a string to keep it from blowing away, and a harness to direct the toy at the proper angle to the wind. One person held the kite facing the wind while another stood some distance away and held the kite's string. Then, following its release and some furious tugging, the kite would soar like a bird into the troposphere. The glass powder coated string called manja that wrapped the reel, that is, a wooden dumbbell, could unroll by holding the loose end in hand. But unfortunately, the cords were often so sharp that they cut fingers. Kites came with or without tails, while those sans appendages danced, dived, or spun in the air. The ones with tails soared gracefully, reaching for the sky. Some smart Alex tried manufacturing kites from newspapers, but it was a tall order getting them to fly. Kites with lanterns appeared gorgeous in the night sky. Using the suitable material and correctly tying and knotting the thread was the secret to a turbulence free flight. During the holidays, groups of youngsters and adults would gather on the terraces of buildings to fly kites. The kite duels were fascinating, and the thrill of going for the kill was unmatched. The terraces were the perfect places to launch the kites, as one could steer clear of the trees and buildings. Many a kite lover I knew spent long hours passionately making manja. Some of my friends and I often donned the role of a kite runner and furiously chased falling kites on the narrow streets of Frasertown. Sometimes the chase would extend to the conservancy lanes, a feature of the town, the treetops, and the railway lines. Unfortunately, in hot pursuit of a vanquished kite, a college son met with an accident. One moment I cherish was beating a host of kite runners to pouch a falling kite and returning home triumphantly with the souvenir. I often got a hand on a killed kite, but with the mob also making a grab, I ended up grasping only straws. In mid January, during Makar Sankranti, the skies turn into a riot of colors. The romance of kites comes alive with many Indian cities hosting kite festivals during this time of the year. Unique and innovative kites of different shapes and sizes lure visitors, including international tourists, and the ambience is akin to a carnival. Interestingly, kites have been used for espionage, studying weather conditions and wind velocity, and even as weapons to ward off evil spirits. Kite flying is also a fascinating stress buster, but unfortunately, with the current generation hooked on to modern gizmos and gadgets, this glorious sport of kings and commoners is on the wane. Thank you very much.